it's just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Gets around him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? Well, you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're
there he goes, left side. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 33. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment. Running
touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Niners have cut the lead back down to 2.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
No, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Seahawks at 9-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now a play fake. Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down, it's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Lance. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 60. And the Niners have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game.
14, Seahawks 8.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so...
And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 24, Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's at the 50. The 30. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On the ready?
A handoff left, McCaffrey. There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Goodwin able to haul it in. Touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes it 21-8.
Seahawks 8. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Wilson. He stiff arms him. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football while we look at the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wilson. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw again is Wilson. And this is caught. Jennings. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second and 10, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Lance on the keeper. And he is not going to get into the end zone here, although there is a flag down, but this could very well be a hold anyway. Gold to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Niners 28, Seahawks 8.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I think a lot of times they do, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Okay, right? Hey, confused. Set.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, here's Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. And they'll go for it. Lance. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Let's go.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
10 seconds.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Up the gun, McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Again, Wilson. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Looking left side, and it's complete. He will have the conversion and more than that. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wilson going to throw for it. That's caught. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
A gain there of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 52 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Lance looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go. Rush it, 6.
Lance and company going on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has an inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. This is McCaffrey on the give. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Niners, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.